are very elated to welcome one and all to Namma Bengaluru, the capital city of Karnataka, a land of rich culture, heritage, and history.
There is a can in cancer, and that's because we can fight. There is a can in cancer, and that's because we can fight it. As Mahatma Gandhi aptly said, the future depends on what you do today. And in this regard, we at Fortis Healthcare Bengaluru have taken a small step, albeit, but we are sure that this is going to be a giant leap towards the future of oncological management.
India is the first country to have set foot on the south pole of the moon. In much as the same way, we, Fortis Healthcare Bengaluru, have pioneered in organizing such a colossal event that is the Fortis Cancer Summit.
Strength does not arise from physical strength, it does from an indomitable will. And in this regard, we are fortunate enough to have with us our beloved chairperson, Dr. Niti Krishna Raizada, the senior director. Yeah. We're fortunate to have ma'am with us, who's the senior director, medical and hemato-oncology at Fortis Bengaluru, who befits this court.
We come together today, not just for an event, but celebration of a human connection and in pursuit of a greater purpose. Let us all come together in drawing the chariot of the Fortis Cancer Summit towards a grand success.
Once again, we welcome you all to this Fortis Cancer Summit.
A warm welcome to all. I would now like to invite the dignitaries onto the stage. To begin with, the Honorable Health Minister of Karnataka, Shri Dinesh Gundu Rao sir, MD and CEO, Fortis Healthcare, Dr. Ashutosh Raghuvanshi sir, Group CEO, IHH Healthcare, Dr. Prem Kumar Nair, Group COO, Fortis Healthcare, Mr. Anil Vinayak, Group Head, MSOG, Fortis Healthcare, Dr. Bishnu Panigrahi, Business Head and VP, Fortis Hospitals Bengaluru, Mr. Akshay Oleti, the Organizing Chairperson, Fortis Cancer Summit, Dr. Niti Krishna Raizada, Senior Director, Medical and Hemato-Oncologist, Fortis Hospitals Bengaluru.
We'll now begin with the lighting of the lamp. Shubham karoti kalyanam, arogyam dhana sampadaha, shatru buddhi vinashaya, deepa jyoti namostute.
As we are to commence our event by lighting the lamp of knowledge and wisdom, this is a symbolic moment that signifies the dispelling of the darkness and igniting of the thought and enlightenment. It is our honor to invite our Honorable Health Minister and Family Welfare, Shri Dinesh Gundu Rao sir, Dr. Ashutosh Raghuvanshi sir, Dr. Prem Kumar Nair, Dr. Bishnu Panigrahi, Dr. Ritu Garg, Dr. Mohan Keshav Murthy sir, Dr. Rana Patir, Dr. Niti Raizada, Mr. Anil Vinayak, and Mr. Akshay Oleti to do the same.
ज्योतिषा तस्य नास्ति दरिद्रता शुभं कुरु त्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरु त्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तु ते दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तु ते शुभं कुरु त्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरु त्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः
Thank you all. I would now like to invite the heart of the conference, the organizing chairperson, Dr. Neeti Krishna Raizada, the Senior Director of Medical and Hemato-Oncology, Fortis Hospitals, Bengaluru, to introduce the session and to enlighten us about the journey ahead. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, our esteemed guests and distinguished participants, thanks so much for joining us today at the very first Fortis Cancer Summit at Bangalore. Today, we embark on a transformative journey in oncology, a journey that is not inclusive of medical advances, but also changing lives and shaping the future of cancer care in our country. Our CME, which CME accredited, is designed with a crucial mission to enhance the services to cancer patients by educating and empowering cancer care providers in the realms of precision oncology. And hence, this year's theme is Practice Changing Advances in Precision Oncology, reflecting our commitment to pushing boundaries of what is possible in fight against cancer. I'm sincerely and heartily thankful and really honored to announce that amongst us, our chief guest is the esteemed Honorable Health Minister of Karnataka, Shri Dinesh Gundurao sir. His support here and today actually underlines the significance of our collective efforts in navigating the present and building a future in prevention in cancer and, of course, therapy. We are honored to have our CEO of our group, Dr. Ashutosh Raghuvanshi, here as well. And Dr. Prem Kumar Nayak, who is our group CEO of IHH, which is our parent company. In collaboration with CNBC 18, on our Health Leaders Summit, we'll bring together minds from industry leaders across the globe. We have international faculty and delegates from over 30 countries, including prominent clinicians representing the best institute in every continent. This diverse gathering has 250 faculty members covering various subspecialties in oncology, showcasing our holistic strength in cancer care. We have over 1,800 participants today, which will flow in through the day. Our summit covers an array of groundbreaking topics, including implications of actionable mutations, path-breaking research in 2023, and neurotherapy and theranostics, and the role of artificial intelligence, which has revolutionized cancer care and therefore a new dimension in precision oncology decision-making. We delve into innovative areas like liquid biopsies, CAR T cell therapy, a technology we have recently acquired in our system as well, and of course, organ preservation, reflecting the cutting-edge landscape of modern oncology. Our aim is to create an environment for sharing experiences, sharing challenges and opportunities, in addition to discussing the latest developments. Fortis Cancer Summit is not just about the elite, it embraces the future leaders. It's also our endeavor to provide platform for young budding oncologists and oncology students here today by their research and finding in podium presentation and poster presentations, fostering growth of knowledge and innovation. Technological advances have been discussed here, including the newer technologies which we have in our systems, including the newer generation gamma knife radiosurgery, robotic surgery in 7 important branches in our country, proton therapy, and MR-Linac. As I mentioned, also CAR T cell therapy and other latest technologies which we have to explore the benefit in cancer patients with minimal side effect. We discuss here challenges and opportunities in tier 2, tier 3, and tier 4 cities as well, where we emphasize inclusiveness. Prominent clinicians from these areas share their insights, which transcends geographical boundaries. In essence, our summit today is not just a gathering, it's a convergence of ideas, expertise, and compassion. It aims to create, to influence, and to bring together key opinion leaders of various domains and facets in oncology. Our intent is to create a future of oncology collectively, leaving none untouched by the transformative power of knowledge, of collaboration, and innovation. I invite all of you to participate actively, engage, and contribute in our journey. Together, let us try to make a difference because the little things we discuss today have the potential to be the path breaking reality of tomorrow. Thanks so much for being here today and being a part of us. A very warm welcome to each one of you.
Thank you, ma'am, for this session. I now request Mr. Oleti to come and take over in introducing our chief guest for the today, Health Minister Shri Dinesh Gundurao, sir.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor and absolute privilege to introduce Shri Dinesh Gundurao, Minister of Health and Family Welfare, Government of Karnataka. Shri Dinesh was a studious young man who completed his early schooling from Bishop Cotton School from Namma, Bangalore. So, definitely what we want to say, obviously, sir has asked me to keep the speech as brief as possible, but there is so much to talk about it, and even a brief speech would be long, so kindly bear with me. So what I would like to talk about is his actual work on the ground and how he has energized the society into a very, very dynamic program and how he is galvanizing the entire state in terms of healthcare. So his energetic organization skills, unwavering political will, and selfless service to the people through the party came to the notice and very quickly. And after 6 years of active politics, Sri Dinesh Gundurao was asked to contest the assembly elections from Gandhinagar constituency. What actually worked well was his simplicity, straightforwardness, and genuine concern for the hardships faced by the poor, downtrodden Dalits and minorities, and this won people's hearts. Even when we went to Sir's office to invite him for the event, his only request is, what are all of you doing for the society? How will the summit contribute to the society as well? So this is something that is running through his mind all the time, and we really appreciate a leader who is driving cultural shift and a healthcare shift through the society. The goodwill he has created amongst the people of his constituency and the state has seen him win all the general elections since 1999. This I have to say, sir. He has consistently and decisively won the assembly election 6 times in a row, thereby attracting the title of undefeated Sardar. Solillada Sardar. So, big round of applause for that. In the recently concluded 2023 Karnataka Assembly election, his party emerged victorious with a resounding mandate and he has formed the government. Further, Sri Dinesh has been assigned with the responsibility of Health and Family Welfare Department. He is working tirelessly to ensure proper treatment and care reaches to the even most remote parts of the state of Karnataka. He is working with establishing an organized and smooth functioning of the state health system so that it is responsive, responsible, and transparent. Some of the initiatives that he has taken in the recent past is that he has introduced 262 new ambulances with modern medical facilities to 108 ambulance services. He has launched Anemia Mukta Paustika Karnataka to overcome anemia and malnutrition. He has launched the Ayushman Bharat Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana here. He has launched the social awareness campaign and Mother's Milk Bank under the theme No Pneumonia for Better Childhood. He has done development of 200 health centers through CSR grant of 100 crores health department. He has given directions to install 800 single-use dialysis machines across the state using the PPP model. Something that is very relevant to the cancer summit also is that he is also actively eliminating cervical cancer through effective screening, vaccination, and early treatment. And he has arranged for screening of all women over 30 years of age and also arranged for universal vaccination of girls aged between 9 and 14 years of age. We have tried to keep it brief, sir. And with this, we would like to welcome you to this Fortis Cancer Summit 2024. And we request you to kindly say a few words for the success of the event. Thank you.
It gives me great pleasure to be here at the inauguration of the Fortis Cancer Summit. On the dais, we have the Group Chief Executive Officer of IHH Healthcare, Dr. Prem Kumar Nair, and the MD and CEO of Fortis Healthcare, Dr. Ashutosh Raghuvanshi, the organizing chairperson, Dr. Niti Krishna Raizada, and all the other respected dignitaries, and all the doctors and experts from various fields within the cancer uh, uh, the subject of cancer, and all the dear friends. Fortis Cancer Summit, I think, is a wonderful initiative because it's trying to bring in all the various experts from across the country and even from across the world so that people can sit together and exchange all the latest developments that is taking place all over the world. What is the cutting edge research? What are the new technologies and how they can be deployed? And how are the best ways to treat? And because medicine is such an evolving field today, and we see that there's ongoing research happening all across the country and the globe every day, and new developments keep coming up. So what is the most effective way of doing things for people who are healthcare providers? What is the most effective way of treating cancer, and how we can improve the way we function? So I think that is one of the key reasons why this cancer summit is taking place over here. And of course, as a government, when we think of diseases, cancer is definitely the thing which is becoming more and more prominent today. We see that incidence of cancer is rising across populations, across age, and it is I think every family, if you go and meet them, there'll be somebody, one person or the other, who has either succumbed to cancer or who has had cancer and either is recovering or is still being treated. So it's becoming very prevalent, and the reasons for prevalence is something I think needs to be, I think, more researched. Of course, uh, apart from it being a genetic, the genetic reason for getting cancer, there are issues concerning our lifestyle, issues concerning the way the food we consume, the physical activity that we have, and all these things are interconnected. But um, the obvious thing is that cancer incidence is rising, and also younger people are also getting more and more afflicted with cancer. Even children are getting afflicted with cancer. So it is a subject of great importance to any government or any institution which is looking at public health. How do we tackle this? For us, of course, for us, what we need the most is how we can prevent it. How can we even prevent cancer from infecting anyone? So that is something that a government is, as a government, because that is the best way of eradicating cancer. But if we cannot prevent it, how can we detect it early? How can we catch them at an early stage? And for us, that makes a huge is of great importance to us, because uh, in the rural populations and in amongst the poorer sections, once someone gets cancer, the very word cancer itself, they get emotionally and psychologically affected, because how do we manage this? And if it's found, if it's detected late, then the cost burden on the family, the financial, emotional, all kinds of things happen, and it really is a huge setback to a family when someone gets affected by cancer. So our aim is to see that how we can help those people to be able to get through with their lives with the minimum disturbance. And for that, I think the key for us is to catch them early and to be able to screen them early, to find out early. So that's the what that is one of the focus areas for us as a government, that we're looking at how can we screen them, and that's where I think we need extra support from the private sector and from people who are coming out with new technologies. That what is the way of detecting cancer early? I can see a lot of discussion here going on about how we can treat cancer. Yes, that is very important. But what are the other methods, easy methods, which can cut across populations, people who are living in villages, people who are living in small towns? How can we access them, and how can we have a mechanism of finding it out earlier? Because people don't want to get themselves tested. We have camps, and when we have camps, nobody is willing to come and get themselves tested, because there's already a fear factor. So if you're checking for cervical cancer, if you're checking for breast cancer, if you're checking for oral cancers, which can be found out with simple tests, most people don't volunteer to come, because it's something that they don't want to know about. I think even you and me also, we will never volunteer ourselves for any test, because we're all worried and scared that we may be having something, or we don't want to, or we push it away. We don't want to confront the fact that yes, we need to check ourselves regularly, because we ultimately, as a human psychology, we tend to push it away. So the poor people living in villages, nobody wants to get themselves screened or scanned or whatever. So better technologies enable to detect early on stage of cancer. So that can really help governments, because for us, budgets are always a constraint, and there's always a pressure on where the money has to be spent. So the lesser money that we can spend and cure someone, that is the only way for us to be able to reach out at a mass scale. So that's something that I would urge all of you, especially people who are working on the research and people who are working on new technologies and on equipment and screening equipment, to be able to come out with new ideas on how we can detect cancer, various kinds of cancer at an early stage. And that is something that we are also working on. We are trying to use artificial intelligence. Like another thing that we have done now is we've tied up with AstraZeneca, and all the X-rays that we take across the Karnataka, so that will be scanned using artificial intelligence, and any X-ray for any purpose of the lungs, if that shows up for cancer, also for lung cancer, also it's being screened using AI, so that people come for various reasons to the hospital, and if they get a chest X-ray, automatically that goes in for an AI screen for lung cancer. That is something that we are doing now, and hopefully, if we can find out a few people, even if it's a small percentage, even saving one life becomes important for us, because every life is important, and that is something that we are working on. Similarly, of course, cervical cancer, there's a way forward. We have the HPV vaccine, which we are also urging the government of India to make HPV vaccine part of the vaccination package that we have when we give people vaccines for various other diseases, because HPV vaccine is something, cervical cancer is something that can be eradicated if provided we vaccinate, and we also detect it at an early stage. So these are the few ways forward that I am looking at. But there are so many other cancers which I think is beyond our scope. And that is something, if you people can throw light, it'll be wonderful for us. And uh, the cancer treatment that you're looking at, I think the technologies that are available today is really amazing. I've been seeing a lot of places where they're using new technologies, the LINAC machines, the proton beam therapies, and various other highly cutting edge and expensive treatments. I think for us as a government, it's unaffordable right now, but because it's right now at a very expensive stage. But I'm sure today's niche is tomorrow's norm. So maybe 5 years, 10 years down the line, this will become a much more cheaper way of treating people, and it can, we can use it on across populations. I remember some 10, 15 years back, to go and get an MRI was really a very difficult task. And getting a CT scan was also very expensive and out of reach of most people. Today, getting an MRI and getting a CT has become most common. And in government today, we have taken another policy that we are opening up MRI and CT scans for all our people free of cost at our district hospitals. We are installing MRI machines in all our district hospitals, and so that anyone who's below poverty line can go there and get themselves scanned. So 10, 15 years back, it must have been very expensive and out of reach. Today, it is affordable. So any cutting edge technology has that evolution process of, when it comes in, it's really for a niche or for a very few people, and then it starts spreading out, and then it becomes more prevalent and more becomes the norm. So there are so many things that you people are doing here, and I think cancer treatment is getting better and better. People are more and more people are recovering, and the kind of precision work that we are seeing in being able to treat the person with cancer and not affecting them, physically and in terms of health and in terms of appearance, it's seen a tremendous growth. Because I'm myself a person who's seen how cancer can affect a person, because my own father, he passed away. My father passed away of acute myeloid leukemia almost 30 years ago. So I saw that time these kind of treatments were not available, and today's treatments are far better. So it is something that I think it's wonderful that India is becoming a place, a destination for research, for new inventions, new discoveries, and also making it, I think, affordable also. Affordable in the sense, what someone pays in the United States or in Europe, if they come to India and get the same treatment done, it's at a much lower cost. So it's affordable in terms of, for many people across the world to come to India and get themselves treated. So India is becoming actually a medical hub today, because we have got the best of talent. The talent pool is there, the doctors are there, good technicians are there. There are various institutes today that are doing so much of work in research and in finding out, and we have such a huge population. So there's so much of data that is available, so much of research can be done in India because of the data also, the kind of vast numbers that are there. So I think India is now at a place where we are a knowledge hub, not only in medical but in all other fields. India is becoming a knowledge hub, and that I think should be really used in the most effective manner. And for that, I think private initiatives like what Fortis is doing, and of course from government, whatever that we can do to support you, we are always there. We will always be by your side to see whatever assistance you need in this kind of work. We will definitely try to extend it to our utmost capacities. So saying these few words, I want to congratulate the Fortis Cancer Group, for having organized this summit, and I'm sure that this kind of events will encourage people to open up, to take in new ideas, to give out new ideas. The sharing of knowledge is what leads to, I think, greater and better output. And I think that is what this summit is all about. And I want to thank them once again. And I wish this summit all the very best. And I'm sure this will lead to better and greater and more efficient, more effective cancer treatments for all our people in India. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for such wonderful and encouraging words. I now request Mr. Akshay Oleti to felicitate the inaugural. I request Dr. Ashutosh Raghuvanshi sir and Dr. Prem Kumar Nair to felicitate the guest of honor, Shri Dinesh Gundurao sir. I now request Dr. Ritu Gar, Chief Growth and Innovation Officer, Fortis Healthcare Institutions, to introduce the guests of honor.
It's indeed a big privilege for us to have with us the Group CEO of IHH Healthcare, Dr. Prem Kumar Nair, join us. He's flown from Singapore to be here with us today. Thank you very much, Dr. Nair. Dr. Prem Kumar Nair took over as the Group CEO of IHH in October last year, and he leads a team of more than 65,000 employees to realize IHH's vision to be the world's most trusted healthcare services network. Dr. Nair sets the strategic direction for the sustainable growth of IHH's global network, which today comprises more than 80 hospitals in 10 countries. Guided by its care for good aspiration, Dr. Nair continues to build on the IHH portfolio of strong and reputable brands across multiple countries, including Acibadem, Mount Elizabeth, Prince Court, Glen Eagles, Fortis Pantai, and Parkway, to touch lives and transform care globally. Dr. Nair is a physician and healthcare executive with over 3 decades of experience in both public and private healthcare sectors. He's been a recipient of multiple awards, including Public Service Medal, Public Service Star, and he's also a Justice of the Peace. Pleasure to have you with us, sir. Would request you to share some words. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister, colleagues, leadership, doctors from far and wide, I understand from both India as well as from overseas. It's indeed a great pleasure and honor to be here. When I first heard about the Fortis Cancer Summit and I was invited, I told my assistant that I would very much like to be here. It's the inaugural summit, and it was the program was exceptionally cutting edge, I must say. And for this, a lot of credit needs to go to the organizing team. They have put up a program that shows the best of cancer diagnostics and treatment. And of course, we are very, very grateful to have so many distinguished clinicians here with us, academicians who will share all aspects of cancer diagnostics and treatment. I also want to say that since I'm in Karnataka and Bangalore, that I'm coming here after quite some time, and it's indeed great to see the developments here. From the moment I stepped into the new Terminal 2, I was thinking to myself, this is one of the best airports. I travel a lot, almost 60 to 70% of my time. And me and my colleagues who arrived last night were just amazed at the efficiency, the beautiful terminal, of course, right? And then the highways leading into the city. So I must also congratulate Karnataka for the developments, not just in medical science, which of course I'm very familiar with, right? But also in developments in many other areas. So with that, I would like to congratulate the organizers. I wish all of you a very, very fruitful summit. Thank you very much.
I request Dr. Ashutosh Raghuvanshi sir and Dr. Niti Krishna Raizada to sorry for that, to respect the guest of honor, Dr. Prem Kumar Nair, with a token of appreciation. I request Dr. Rituga to take over, please.
I would now like to introduce and invite a leader we look up to for our inspiration and without whom none of this and anything else would be possible. Dr. Ashutosh Raghuvanshi, Managing Director and CEO of Fortis Healthcare. Fortis is one of the largest healthcare providers in India with a network of 27 hospitals and over 400 diagnostic centers. A cardiac surgeon turned management leader, Dr. Raghuvanshi has over 35 years of healthcare experience and with numerous national and international healthcare awards. He also represents industry in various forums, including CII, FICCI, and Nat Health. A globally recognized figure and a trustee for various charitable trusts and philanthropic foundations. Dr. Ashutosh Raghuvanshi. So we would request you to please.
Honorable Health Minister Shri Dinesh Gundu Rao ji, all distinguished clinicians and guests, ladies and gentlemen. I welcome everyone to this Fortis inaugural Cancer Summit. It's a landmark clinical conclave. The story of human existence and evolution is a narrative of successful conquest over seemingly overwhelming obstacles, and cancer seems to be one of those. But this conquest against the cancer is reaching a decisive stage. And as we witness today, the power of precision oncology. Along with the technological advances, our approach towards cancer treatment has become more holistic. And we are looking at several other aspects like integrative, palliative support, psychological support, and nutrition, etc. So the aim of Fortis Cancer Institutes is to provide a holistic care to our patients and reduce the pain, suffering, and improve the quality of life of the survivors. So we have together about 800 specialists here today, as we've been told, and the entire Fortis network has contributed to this program. I thank all those who have taken time off from your busy schedules and you're present here and you're sharing your clinical expertise and knowledge with us. Especially our guests from overseas, I want to thank them for making this effort. With this inaugural summit, we will be commencing a series of events dedicated to enhancing the innovative cancer treatments. And also, we are going to be launching a Fortis cancer prevention program in which early diagnostic is going to be a crucial part of it. I am very excited to know that the kind of programs which have been launched in Karnataka for early diagnosis of cervical cancer and the vaccination program, we would like to participate and support those programs as an organization. We have also planned similar programs in the state of Haryana as well. I am very, very excited to hear all the initiatives which are happening in Karnataka, and we are going to be a part or small part of it, but I think this is going to make a lot of difference to the suffering of people over here. I thank you, sir, for taking time off from your busy schedule and being here with us. It encourages us, and listening from you, the programs and the initiatives which the government is taking is very, very encouraging. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. I request Dr. Neeti Krishna Raizada and Mr. Akshay Oleti to present Dr. Raghuvanshi with a small token of respect. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. I now request Dr. Ankur Bell, Senior Director, Medical Oncology, Gurugram, to give the vote of thanks.
Yeah, Namaskar, Bangalore. So, ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guest of honor, honorable minister, and my dear fellow cancer fighters. So, it's a great opportunity. I express my gratitude of respect and thanking you all for being here. We are here to get wiser. I think every one of us will take a 1 point back to our home, 1 point back to our practice, and maybe our Monday morning practice changes a bit for the betterment of our patient, for betterment of our cancer patients. I want to thank Rajesh, Chief of Mice Ideas, for making this show absolutely flawless. I want all the organizing pharma companies for giving us generous contributions so that all these things can happen. Without them, it will be very difficult. So the summit has just started. It's still 2 days of summit. Let's get wiser. Let's train each other. Let me train myself. Let me train you. And so that my patients are better, their survival becomes better, and we have a ethic, fruitful oncology practice. Thank you so much. Over to organizers.
Well, it's indeed been a wonderful morning. We've had exemplaries from all over who've shared their amazing words and have been very thought-provoking as well. I would now like to request everyone to break for lunch, get some energy which is needed, of course, and imbibe for the sessions coming after. Thank you.